I'm Jimmy. Welcome back to the Hammer. Just a quick brief of what this episode is going to be about. We're going to go through the first issue and we're going to go through the model builds for the first two models that we have. So that is the Space Marine Captain Terminator, or Space Marine Terminator Captain. I had a little look into this model, so it's a pretty cool model. To buy something similar from the Games Workshop site, it was around about £27.50. I'm sure that probably has multiple options and you're able to sort of change weapons and what have you, but I was quite staggered really between that and the Tyranid Prime, which was around about £26 on the Games Workshop website, which is that model. I thought that's 50 quid's worth of model we get in for £2.99 in that first issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to build both the models. So these will be the first models that I have put together in over 20 years. So a little apprehensive. We'll have to see what they come out like, really, to be honest with you. Hopeful that they're going to look as good as what I'm hoping. I mean, the models look pretty exquisite anyway, but these are pre-painted pictures that I've seen, so we'll have to see what happens. So amateur hour, here we come, I suppose. But yeah, so I will be back to talk about how that went after I've built them. Okay, so we're back. Completed the first two models last night, Terminator Captain and the Winged Tyranid Prime. I'm still blown away by the value of these models, to be honest with you, considering the first issue is £2.99 retail price. I'm really staggered that this model alone, the Winged Tyranid Prime, is £26 off the Games Workshop website. For a Space Marine Terminator Captain, that's about £27.50 off the Games Workshop website. I don't know, this isn't the same model that they have listed there. I don't know whether this comes from a specific set or whether it's exclusive to Combat Patrol. But again, I think this is really nice, really detailed model. Really like the detail on the base that they've added on there. I'll be honest, having been the first two models I have built in over 20 years, that was a little bit of a challenge. That took me about 2 hours, just over, to complete both. Most of that time was spent on the Space Marine Terminator Captain. I found that removing the mould lines wasn't too much of an issue. It was more where the plastic joins the sprue. I don't know whether part of that was because I had unclipped it quite quickly from the sprue. I left the sprue complete, unclipped it quite fast. Found that the material itself, where I'd nipped it with the clippers, it almost seemed as though it had gotten slightly harder. So when I then used the mould line remover, it felt like I was taking more plastic away from where kind of that little burr had been created than I was removing the burr itself. So it was a bit of a Father Ted's hammer kind of experience in some respects. Obviously I used the free tools that I got with my first delivery as part of the subscription, the clippers, which are kind of no frills, do what they say in the tin. The mould line remover, I found a little bit of a challenge to use this small tool. I'm quite a big guy, so I'm about 6'5", 6'6", got hands to match. And I found that quite awkward. I found that I wanted to grip something more like this than I did wanting to hold it in that kind of fashion, if you like. So I did think that in places I did a little more damage than good using this tool. I'm going to have a look on the Games Workshop website. I think they have a similar tool with a handle. So I'm going to have a little look into that. I'm going to persevere with this to do issue 2 and the Von Ryan's Leapers that come with that, and just see how I get on. It could be a bit of inexperience. I did rush through it. I did find that actually with the Wing Tyrannid Prime, there wasn't as many mould lines to remove. They were quite well camouflaged within the model itself in places. I did cut the sprue up a bit more with this model, which I think helped, took the pressure off. So as I was clipping, perhaps it wasn't putting as much stress on the plastic as I was going. So, but I mean, overall, over 20 years since the last time I did this, I'm actually really happy with the models themselves. I can't really fault the value to them. So yeah, really excited to go through issue 1, do the gameplay. I'm going to have to hire in somebody to help me with that. So look out for the next episode. I will have some company. But in the meantime, please like and subscribe to see more content. Thank you very much.